So I think there are a number of pressing issues in the food system at the moment, and it's very difficult to highlight just one of them. But my work is in obesity, so obesogenic environments are one of the biggest issues that I think we face today. And these are driven by marketing of unhealthy food, low prices of unhealthy food, and the high availability of fast food on high streets that people are seeing on their way to work, on their way to school. And I think that we really need to look at what these environments are and how we can address them. I think that our high streets today would be very different if instead of all of the fast food outlets, we had butchers and grocers and other sort of local food sources. So I do really think that obesogenic environments are an area that we need to address in order to improve the food system. I think one of the most useful things that academics could do is to increase the priority that they place on the policy implications of their research. So I don't necessarily mean researching policy, but actually when they find research, or when they do research, on interventions, for instance, that they look at what that means for policy, what that means for action that can be taken forward. Because I think all too often academia does some great research and then it never actually filters down to the people who are advocating for better food systems. So I think that there's a disconnect that could be kind of met if academics had a better policy approach to their research. So I think civil society has a really important role through advocacy in highlighting the issues that we're faced with today, translating this into short, simple information that policymakers, that consumers, that food manufacturers and retailers can take on board and understand and get behind the issues that we're fighting for. So framing messaging in a way that businesses will buy into, framing it around numbers, framing it around economics, which is what drives their motivation to sell the unhealthy food, looking for alternatives and presenting these issues to the governments, to the food manufacturers, rather than simply focusing on, for instance, the problems, looking at these solutions that we can come to and advocating for these publicly to improve the food system.